You slide a folded 50,000 rupiah note across the table at a small warung, smiling, doing the polite thing. The woman who cooked your meal looks at it, then at you, and quietly pushes it back. The table next to you has gone quiet. You do not know what you just did wrong, but everyone here does. Tipping in Indonesia is not what you think it is. In some places, it is welcome. In others, it is a small insult dressed up as generosity. Stay with me, and you will know, for restaurants, drivers, hotels, spas, and warungs, exactly when to tip, how much, and the 3 short phrases that do more than any rupiah note ever will. Most travelers think tipping in Indonesia is about generosity. It is not. It is about reading the room. A tip in the wrong place lands like you are correcting someone, like you have decided their work needs topping up. A tip in the right place lands like a small thank you between 2 adults. Same note, same hand, completely different meaning depending on the room you are standing in. Once you start sorting rooms instead of sorting amounts, the whole thing gets simple. So, here is what is going on underneath. The mental model most visitors arrive with is the American one. Service worker did a thing, you add 15 or 20%, everyone is happy. That model does not map here. Indonesia runs on 2 parallel systems. One is the formal hospitality world, the hotels in Seminyak, the upscale restaurants in Jakarta's Sudirman business district, the spas tourists tend to book. In that world, a service charge is usually already on the bill. Tipping is a small, optional extra on top. The other world is the everyday one, the warung where a family cooks lunch, the driver who picks you up on Grab, the woman selling at Ubud Market. In that world, the price is the price. There is no missing piece for a tip to complete. Adding one can read as you not understanding what kind of place you walked into. The room tells you which system you are in. Your job is to notice the room. 5 situations. Here is what to do in each. 1. Mid to high-end restaurants. Look at the bottom of the bill before you do anything. If you see a service charge already added, often listed as service or a percentage line, you are done. Pay the bill, say thank you, leave. If there is no service charge and the meal was good, 5 to 10% is welcome. Round to a clean note. On a 400,000 rupiah dinner, leaving 30 or 40,000 is the right shape. Hand it over or leave it on the tray with the bill. Skip this in places where service is already on the bill and you are doubling up for no reason. The staff will not correct you, but you have just paid a tax you did not owe. 2. Warungs and small cafes. Do not tip. This is the move from the hook. The price on the little handwritten sign is the price the cook charges everyone, and pushing extra across the table can read as you repricing her work. If the food was wonderful, say so. A warm, terima kasih, enak sekali, thank you, very tasty, does the job a folded note cannot. If she does take the change, fine. If she pushes it back, that is what we will call the polite no. Smile, take it back, do not insist. Insisting is the actual rude move. 3. Taxis and rideshares. On Grab and Gojek, the app handles it. After the ride, the screen offers you a tip option in the app, a few small preset amounts. Tap 1 if the driver was good, skip it if the ride was ordinary. Both are normal. For a metered taxi paid in cash, round up to the next clean note. A meter reading of 43,000 becomes 50. You are not calculating a percentage, you are just not making the driver dig for 2,000 in coins. 4. Hotel porters and bellhops. 10 to 20,000 rupiahs per bag, in cash, handed over when they put the bags down in your room. That is roughly $1 a bag. Have a few 10 and 20,000 notes ready before you arrive. Once you are standing in the room with only 100,000 in your wallet, you are stuck either over-tipping or awkwardly saying, never mind. Housekeeping is the same range, left on the pillow on the day you check out. 5. Spas and massage therapists. 20 to 50,000 rupiahs for good work. Call it $1 to $3. Hand it directly to the therapist, not to the front desk, because the front desk tip and the therapist tip are not always the same pile of money. If you want her to actually receive it, give it to her. And the small physical move that runs through all of these: when you hand over money, use both hands, or your right hand with your left hand lightly touching your right forearm. It is a tiny gesture, and it changes how the moment lands. A traveler we will call Maya lands in Bali on an evening flight and checks into a hotel in Seminyak. The bellhop carries 2 bags up. She has the small notes ready, 2 10,000 notes, one in each hand for each bag, and hands them over with both hands. He smiles, says terima kasih, leaves. 30 seconds, no fumbling. The next night, she eats at a nice restaurant down the road. The bill comes. She looks at the bottom first. Service charge is on there. She pays the bill flat and walks out. No extra note, no guilt. The waiter is not waiting for one. 2 days later, in Ubud, she ducks into a warung for lunch. Nasi campur, iced tea, 28,000 rupiahs. She hands over 30 and waves off the 2,000 change with a small smile. The cook hands the coins back anyway. Maya does the polite no in reverse, takes the coins, says terima kasih, leaves. No insisting, no second attempt. The table next to her does not go quiet. That is the whole rhythm. Read the room, have the right notes ready. Do not push. One small thing worth knowing before we move on. If you are tipping in cash anywhere in this country, tip in rupiahs. Not US dollars, not Australian dollars, not the leftover Singapore notes in your wallet. Foreign cash is a problem for the person you handed it to. They have to find somewhere to change it, often for a poor rate, often for a small fee. What felt generous to you costs them time and money. Rupiahs, always. 3 short phrases. Each one does real work in the moments we just covered. Terima kasih. Thank you. Use it every single time. After the meal, after the ride, after the bag is set down, after the massage. In a warung, this phrase plus a smile is the actual tip. Tidak perlu. No need. This is what you will hear when someone pushes a tip back at you. The polite no in audio form. When you hear it, do not argue. Smile, take it back, say terima kasih. Uang kecil, small change. Useful when you are paying a small amount and want to wave off the coins. Untuk uang kecil, for small change, hands the rounding up gesture to the driver without a long explanation. 3 phrases. That is the whole vocabulary set for this video. Here is the version you screenshot. Check the bill for service charge first. Mid to high-end restaurants, no service charge, 5 to 10%. Warungs and small cafes, do not tip. Grab and Gojek, tip in the app or skip. Metered taxi cash, round up to the next note. Hotel porters, 10 to 20,000 rupiahs per bag. Spa and massage, 20 to 50,000, directly to the therapist. Always in rupiahs, never in foreign cash. Hand money with both hands. If they push it back, do not insist. That is the whole video on one screen. You now know which rooms in Indonesia want a tip, which ones quietly do not, and what to do with your hands when the moment arrives. The warung scene from the start of the video does not happen to you now. You read the room, and you got it right. The country is generous to people who pay attention, and slightly puzzled by people who try to pay their way through every interaction. And, small thing, you will have noticed that the 3 phrases in this video did at least as much work as the money did. That is true across the whole country, not just the tipping moments. I made a video on the best ways to actually pick up some Bahasa Indonesia before you go, including a lazy method most travelers have never heard of. It is on the card popping up on screen now. Tap that one next.